Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are doing the complete album flip through of my summer 2025. It is a Robin's Egg Blue snap album from Simple Stories, and the collection used was Summer Snapshots. I'm going to make sure I said that right. Summer Snapshots. And this was a project kit from Layle By Mail. So she had Happy Summer, and this was the album we put together. I did purchase this, I think maybe March or April, early April. And I took the whole PDF and put the album pretty much together without leaving like the, wherever she had like photo placement. I just, didn't have all the white spots for photo placement. So it was a ready to go album. I just had to print photos and write stories as the summer went on, but I had it for the beginning of summer, which made this process in essence perfect. I loved this whole thing. That's why it's done. And tomorrow starts school and I am officially done with it because the skeleton of the album was done. I had just stayed with printing and I just got the last of my journaling done, even though I am missing one journaling spot, but I can go back to that, tomorrow and just kind of reflect on the summer as a whole since tomorrow school starts. So on the cover, it was layering 2 pattern papers. We were using the foam thickers. There's a sticker here and then one of the die cut elements. And then I added some stickles on the center of the bugs and the flowers. And then this was what part of the 6x8 pattern paper. So as you open it up, this is that one area I was referring to that I didn't do any of my reflective journaling, but this once again was just a design from the lovely Layle By Mail. And so she's got chunky, okay? So it does kind of sit upward. So the first layout I did was pretty much after this was the last day of school. So May 31st, 2025, we had picked her up. I had fun glasses and this kicked it off. Pom-pom trim and then finished it off because the very next day we went to Legoland. I got like the summer passes, they're called here in Florida. So it's just good for the months of May through September. And so we went the very next day. So I did another big photo, June 1st, and summer began. I made this one into a flip up. So some of the modifications on Layle's were things like this, where this was probably a card for a picture. And because I wanted to include more, plus journaling, because this was already designated like this, and this was a picture too, I needed a way to have it. So I decided to make it a little flip up element. Then we did some pool video, pool time. And then the first project we tackled was a makeover for her bedroom. And so we have the room picture there. And then I had gotten got the journaling tags from the collection. It wasn't included in the Layle By Mail kit, but I did get it on a separate order. And so then I was able to add journaling. I had to slice the page protector there and made it my own. Here again is another modification. So on Layle's, it was just having this as a decorative page. But in order to include one more thought, I made it into a little bit of a flip up and showed her getting a new big purple bunny. And then this little screenshot kind of characterized it perfectly. My kids might not actually need another stuffed animal, but one day they'll stop asking for them. So yes, I let them get one more. I let them be little. I let them enjoy their childhood because it's a time we all deserve to savor. And so that was just perfect because she did want another stuffed animal at that point. We went to the Home Depot kid workshop with her best friend, and then we went swimming at their pool. And so once again, I have a little tag here with some journaling. And the tags, like I said, are all additions that I had to the overall outline for the project. Added photos, journaling. This one was very simple. Kept it. We did bake cookies, and she got fish over the summer. These are pictures from camp, and then she also lost another two more teeth this summer. So I talked about her losing her teeth. She saved the popcorn box on a movie day with camp, and then I just made it into a pocket. At camp, they saw Lilo and Stitch one day on a Monday, and then had a Train Your Dragon on another Monday. So I just made those to remember the movies that she saw. A little insert tag, and then I did journaling on clear sticker paper. It was my birthday on June 11th, and we had a good day together. She did go to camp, and I went and got my hair cut, and then I picked her up, and then we had a fun day too. Then it was Father's Day. So this is just a 6x8 paper. Did smaller photos than a big photo with Daddy. So big photos were not intended in her design, but I added ones for Father's Day. Then she drew a picture, and there's also a Father's Day card in here as well that she made. So everything's just tucked into one page protector. And then we did this, and then I made another tag with another photo because she painted paintings for Grandpa and Daddy. And then journaling once again on clear sticker paper. We have 2 pockets here, and I just have additional photos. We had my niece stay over. They call each other sister cousins. They're literally 8 months apart from my cousin and I. So Luciana was over, and so we have extra photos here, and then this little 4x6 that's just in a page protector on itself. Backside is a fun selfie we did at Five Below with these strawberry sunglasses. Rita's we enjoyed, and then this one once again was a flip. She went roller skating with camp. We made slime at home, so made a flip there. We got new beach chairs for 4th of July, so I did some journaling clear sticker paper because we took the chairs outside and then drew our house and painted it. I kept the camp schedule and the camp dress code and stuff in here as a memento. They went to Chuck E. Cheese, and so I have all of her Chuck E. Cheese pictures. You know, they do all the little the photo booth things and her little pass, so that was fun to keep that she was able to bring home from camp that day. We went to Legoland again, so here this was an added page. It wasn't in the original design, and then I have journaling on a flip up here. So this one is a full page photo. And this one, as you can see, my even full page photos are in page protectors. The only outside the page protector one is the front one. Just doing something different. That's all it was. 4th of July weekend. So journaling on some of the papers. And then this acrylic piece was from ColorRush Studio. It was part of the July kit. And I just added some stickers in the back for 4th of July. We finally did my Mother's Day photo shoot in July in June before she left for Chicago. So once again, I just printed out more photos, made this one a flip, and then journaling on clear sticker paper. And don't get me wrong, doing that and then on pattern paper, it is hard to read, like you can't even really see it, but when you read it up close, it's doable, but it does make it difficult to read. So that, don't love how I did that. I should have always had maybe like the white paper behind it and then have done it, but I wanted to always keep the pattern paper showing. More photos in the page protector. This is when they flew out to Chicago. So once again, this was a Layle design with the 6x8 paper, and then this flip up with the big bits. And then to make it custom for me, I made it into a flip out because they took the best photo when they landed. The whole family went to go pick her up, and then there's more of the journaling. So I made it a flip just so I can have a big photo on this divider without having to, start the stories this way. So that was a modification on my end. Then we have more photos, and then the tags. Once again, these were modifications for me. I was able to have more storytelling in both of them. They went to see Superman here, playing at the park. Her cousin made a little Squishmallow one and wrote to her, cited for the summer, and I just punched it and kept it in here. So these got to me because my daughter I gave her like a zip up pouch, like an 8x10 pouch, where she was able to throw in things to keep. So that's how I was able to get some of these things you'll see. Photo embellished. Then this one too, a modification. So it was just supposed to be the decorative card. And then I made it a flip out to hold one more photo as a 4x6. And then I put my journaling in there. So I made that a flip out. So this was from the Layle class 2. So it was this one, another photo. This was 4x6 that I just chopped down to, I think, 4x4. My mother-in-law kept the menu to a pizza restaurant that they ate at. So I was able to cut it and then use it in here. And punched holes in it, and then once again just made a flip. So these are like the little elements that make it more customary. She was in Chicago for the month of July for 3 or 4 weeks, and so that's how that went. This was a page design from Layle, and then I just added a tag. Once again, the cousins did a little like skit movie, and so this was her trying out her outfit. They went to Legoland in Chicago, so they kept the little play passes, and then I just printed out more photos and kept them like kind of photo strips. And then this is a letter that I wrote to Valentina the day before, that she was leaving, where I was packing her up the day before. Was just a hard mom day. If you follow me on my stories, I literally was crying about it in my stories, on how you have to make like a million micro decisions to pack your child up for a vacation, and making sure they have socks, and picking up extra sunscreen, and having to go buy anything last minute before she gets on a plane with my mother-in-law. And so it was just a stressful day. And on top of it, it was because why I lost my mind that day is because she just didn't listen. And it takes you to that 17th ask to do something. And then, I shout and yell, and I hate when that happens. So it was like therapeutic to write out the note. And then I just tucked it into the folder of the album, knowing that it was a story that doesn't necessarily have a picture, but that needs to be in here whenever we flip back to it on what occurred. Once again, my mother-in-law saved the boarding passes for their flights, which I always love having that. And then this little flip up, and then a flip up. More movies they saw: Fantastic Four, Elio, and the Superman poster. So I just left that all in there. They do an annual family photo shoot. And this time the house is split between Chicago Cub loving baseball team and the other ones that love the Chicago White Sox. It was just a fun picture. So I made a collage of my favorite ones and put it in a page protector. Then it was my mother-in-law's birthday as well, so I pinned a bigger picture for that. And this happy birthday, this is stickers from another set. So this is not necessarily from the collection, but it was her birthday. I just wanted something to indicate that. This design page is from the Layle PDF too, so it was able to hold more photos from her birthday celebration in Chicago with all the grandbabies. Really like that page. Then they spent... So these pictures are a little out of order, but they spent the day in Chicago. So that's why this one's in front of the Mercury beam. But I wanted that one on the divider. And then it was still going out to dinner. This is a little interactive moment. My mother-in-law kept like the sushi ordering sheet here from this restaurant. But then on the back, she had written like a big old note that she kept. And I just love having things like that. You can see her handwriting. You can see that she was writing her cousin's name. It was just a sweet little moment. I was like, I'm keeping that. I'm putting that in the album too. The grandmas and the cousins did a TikTok dance together. So I took screenshots of them doing it. It was to the song Bones by Imagine Dragons. I don't know if you're familiar, but Valentina and Jordan taught everyone how to do the little steps and kicks and steps and kicks. It's just a great moment. And it's definitely such a sign of the times that they have to learn TikTok dances, and my mother-in-law put it on her Instagram account. It's just the best extra story for them. This is like the 4th year in a row that my mother-in-law, my 2 aunts who are her sister, and their grandbabies all get together for the summer. This is the 4th year in a row. So they've been going strong. So here they are in front of the Connie's Pizza building. Then more pictures in front of the Meat Bean. And this is a little interactive moment with more photos, journaling on clear sticker paper. More photos in front of the bean. Then they finished it off. My daughter is now Claire obsessed, even though it's for me, overpriced. I hate taking her there to do it, but grandma took her and spoiled her rotten and got like, lip glosses for $10 when we can get lip gloss over at, Target for $5. But needless to say, she was with her cousin. They spoiled both of them. They got a bunch of girly things. So it was just a perfect photo. It was like, you took a picture for Claire, it was like going in the book. And then they flew home shortly after that. And then my final page, and this is really tight. I made the sign last year when I picked them up from the airport. So welcome home, Valentina and Abby. Abby's just short for Abuela. That's what she calls her. And then I did another journaling tag right there. And that wraps up the album. And it's so good, like I said. And I'm done. And I'm done because the framework for all of it was done. Like the photo wasn't here, but like the paper was ready. This paper was cut. This was already, folded and ready to go. Whatever was going to go there, this, was ready to go. It just needed a photo. So these sort of things, having it done, and the placement of some of the cards, like I said, it just kind of wherever it was, I was like, oh, okay, now I need a photo for here. What did they do today? What did she text me? And just printed it and went. It was so good. So with the approach of this one is how I want to approach my December daily. So I purchased personally the all wrapped up collection from Simple Stories. It's due to be in August, so we'll see. And once I get it, I plan on doing the framework as well, is really my intention. So that way when December Daily comes, I'm hoping not to be going crazy and not having to be so creative each day like I have been in other years. There's nothing wrong with that approach, but I think we all experience burnout, especially with trying to create all the magic as well. So I'm trying to have the framework done with the Simple Stories collection, have it be very cohesive throughout. And then as December comes, you know, like if this is the layout, what story I'm going to tell today, I know I just have to print 2 3x3 photos. Or if I don't even like this orientation, maybe whatever's on this side, I can rotate the pages and then use this side and then swap the days for December Daily. You know what I mean? But at least a lot of that creative work, and just keep it simple with, you know, 3x4, 4x6 photos and keep the train moving is my thought process today as of August. Okay. Will it change? I don't know. But having this project and doing it really opened my eyes to having something pre-done. So this is a beautiful, chunky book. It is complete. Another one for the shelf. This is the second year I did a 6x8. Because last year I did 6x8, and the year before that I did a 4x4 album, and then the year before that I did a traveler's notebook. And they're all on my channel. I have completed flip throughs of all of them. I will try to remember to leave them linked down below. But she spends the summers with the cousins. This was the first time, though, I will say the other ones have just been the cousin part. So whatever month or weeks that they were together are the other ones. This was the first year of including camp, like anything we did previous to her leaving. So things like the Legoland and camp photos and putting my birthday and putting Father's Day. Those things before weren't in those albums. It was just whenever she was gone. So maybe that's what makes it super chunky. Because this is literally 2 months of life and it's just the summertime, but I love it. So thank you so much for joining me. I will leave the link. Well, I don't think this kit is available anymore, but I will leave the link so you can check out other kits that Layle By Mail offers. There is a Halloween one that I did purchase that I will be making for October. Because like I said, I'm on a roll. So we're going to see. I'm going to do this one. We're going to do October, and we're going to hopefully have December be easy peasy. As well. So I do have the Halloween one, but she does have other ones. So I'll leave the link to her project kits in case you're interested. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe if you are new to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. It always helps my channel grow. And until next time, everyone, bye.